A good Wednesday, everybody. I'm meteorologist Ben Dery, and welcome to the Fish Channel. This is a live shot from, whoa, look at that fish right there. So this is the Minnesota DNR fish pond camera at the State Fair, underwater camera. You go there, you can see all the different kinds of fish Minnesota has to offer. A couple of largemouth bass are jumping in front. Me and Chief Meteorologist John Ziegler were watching this yesterday and just enthralled with how many different species of fish that there are. I mean, we got bass, we got northerns, we got gar. I saw a couple of crappie in there, some walleyes and saugers on the bottom. Very cool stuff. So this is my favorite camera, and if I could, I would just sit on this camera for the next 5 minutes and 18 seconds. But unfortunately, we do have to talk a little bit of weather. Here's a camera from across the street from the fish pond. This is actually coming from the KARE barn. This is going to look a whole lot different tomorrow. You can still see a lot of construction folks are still out there. Cars are still lining the sidewalks. They'll be booted out, and this camera will look a whole lot different with a lot more people walking through the area as we head into tomorrow. So if you are heading to the fair tomorrow for opening day, gates open at 7 o'clock, you can expect a beautiful day. Pleasant conditions, maybe a little crisp as we head into the morning hours, but otherwise lots of sunshine. Still a light northwesterly breeze, probably not as strong as the gusty one we're seeing today. But it looks like a little breezy heading into your Thursday afternoon, but we will stay totally dry. And if you are heading to the KARE barn, we'll be selling these, the 2027 Weather Guide calendars from the Freshwater Society. Cool stuff, neat pictures, lots of information, including phenology, weather notes, sunrises, sunsets, moon data, all that stuff you can get in the Minnesota Weather Guide calendar. And you could buy that at the front of the KARE barn starting tomorrow, all the way through the fair. Here's the main headline for today. We have a breezy northwesterly wind. We had that cold front move through yesterday evening. Did see a couple of thunderstorms about as far south as I believe parts of northern Washington County. I think Stacy saw some thunder and lightning over Chisago County as well. All that activity pushes away from us, and we are kind of in the wake of that system with a breezy northwesterly wind. A lot more clouds and sunshine, especially the second half of the day. Widespread cumulus field, and we're even noticing a couple of sprinkles outside as well. Mainly for areas a little closer to that low pressure system into western and northwestern Wisconsin. You could zoom in here. You can see around Amory, parts of Polk County, Hayward Lakes area, seeing some spotty showers. Basically a sprinkle at best for our counties. Otherwise, you can expect just a mix of clouds and sunshine heading into the afternoon. Northwesterly wind will continue not only through the rest of the day today, but likely into Thursday as well. We get closer to sundown, we should see a clearing trend take place, and it does look like it'll be a mostly sunny sky as we head into your Thursday and Friday with no rain chances through the rest of the work week. We get into the weekend, however, that's when things begin to change. And you can see that with our weekend forecast for some getaway locations. Friday looks like the driest day of the weekend. Once we get into Friday night into Saturday morning, that's probably our best chance, our main window of seeing some scattered showers and thunderstorms. So early in the day Saturday, maybe a spotty shower or storm heading into Sunday, but generally speaking, Saturday afternoon through Sunday, the majority of us will probably stay dry with just a hit or miss shower possible during those afternoons. Now here's the setup as we head into the weekend. High pressure system is moving in right now. It'll still be with us through Friday morning. Beautiful way to wrap up the week. And then we get into Friday night. There's a low pressure system developing over the high plain states. Pausing this at 7:30 or 7 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. There's a low level jet that'll be pumping just down to our south, helping to feed a couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms late Friday night into Saturday morning. So if you're going to the Saturday morning show at the fair, keep the rain umbrella handy. That's going to be our best opportunity at seeing some wet weather. Chance for severe weather looks pretty low because we don't really have a whole lot of high dew points, those humid conditions. Not expecting that so much, but a little wet start to the day, and that low kind of hangs out in our vicinity, meaning still a chance for a few isolated storms later Saturday afternoon and possibly again on Sunday as well, as things aren't really changing very fast. So hopefully we get a little bit of rain, and hopefully it's not when you plan on being outside. By the way, we have a partial lunar eclipse that happens tomorrow, and remember, a lunar eclipse means that the moon will be moving behind Earth's shadow, and the partial means it won't be entirely moving behind the shadow. Let's talk more about the timing to kind of see exactly what you're going to be looking at. So at precisely 8:23, the penumbral eclipse begins, so kind of partial, you'll see the moon darken a little bit. The partial eclipse begins at about 9:30, and I'd say from about 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock is kind of your best window of seeing things. You'll see the moon gradually disappear, and then the maximum eclipse where like 93% of the moon is covered at about 11:12 tomorrow evening. You'll still see a sliver of white along the top edge, but the bottom side will be that kind of ominous orange color. Some people call it a blood moon. And what you're looking at is basically every sunrise and sunset on Earth bending towards the moon, and that gives it that orangish glow. And that ends after midnight, and the penumbral eclipse ends just after 2 o'clock as we head into early Friday morning. Forecast for today, increasing clouds and a chance for some largemouth bass, breezy conditions. We'll see sunshine through the rest of the week, Thursday into Friday. There's that morning chance for thunderstorms on Saturday, isolated stuff on Sunday, and that's our warm day as well. 87 for our forecast high, and still lots of summer left in this forecast despite the fact that September begins by the end of the forecast. We're less than a week away from that, but regardless, 80 or warmer each day.